Quezon City is the largest city in Metro Manila in population and in land area. We have a center in middle-class subdivision, but we're surrounded almost on all sides by communities of informal settlers or urban poor. Samaritana is a Christian NGO. We have a non-residential training program for women who are coming out of situations of commercial sexual exploitation, prostitution. We offer training for those who are transitioning out or have survived these situations. This includes counseling, group work, spiritual formation, and livelihood alternatives.
When I first met Jackie, her situation in the family was very unstable because her mother would leave them behind in order to work on the streets in prostitution. And so Jackie and her siblings, her 5 other siblings, would be left alone. And sometimes it would take many days before the mother would return home. So Jackie would express all the anger, and she could not understand how her mom would treat them. So my times with her was just to be able to hear her out so that she'd be able to release all that pain. Jackie has continued to grow, and as she matured, she knew what she wanted to do. When the right time came, she said, "I want to be a counselor one day."
We invited Jackie just a few weeks ago to join our staff team. Here's a young woman who has a dream and has the confidence and self-esteem and direction in life that she really wants to pursue.
And she said this, "I used to be very ashamed to relate to people who are educated. And I feel, my sense of worth was so low. But now that I have studied, I feel like I can carry on a conversation with other people more educated than me, and that has given me a lot of hope to also continue to develop my skills in relating to other people, serving God." When we first met her, Juvie, she was one person who really tries to test if you are someone that she can trust. Because Juvie has had difficulties in trusting people because she was also sexually molested by her own father. I remember the day when Juvie first joined the fellowship. In the span of 2 weeks, she was getting to know the other women who are part of the training. She would listen, hear their stories as they do the crafts. During that fellowship, she was saying, "I am so glad that I am in this community now, because I realize that I am not alone, that there are others who struggle like I do. And in fact, I have heard stories that are more difficult than my own story." 3 months ago, the father died, actually. The father died of heart attack. And by that time, Juvie believed in her heart that she has forgiven her father. Juvie just continues to come here and continue to grow. In fact, she is such a testimony to the other women. One of the things that she is hoping that she can do is to work as a domestic helper abroad. She really is very interested in exploring her cooking skills because she thinks that that's the other job that she would be able to use once she works abroad.
Samaritana's kitchen is never as clean as it is on the days when Juvie is assigned to cook and clean up afterwards. She is just so meticulous. She really kind of sets the standard and sets the pace for the other women. The woman said, I know that Messiah, called Christ, is coming. When he comes, he will explain everything to us." Then Jesus declared, "I who speak to you am he." Just then his disciples returned and were surprised to find him talking with a woman. But no one asked, "What do you want?" or "Why are you talking with her?" Then leaving her water jar, the woman went back to the town and said to the people, "Come, see a man who told me everything I ever did. Could this be the Christ?"
Our desire is to continue to awaken the church and for the church to know that this is not just a work of certain organizations like Samaritana and others, but that God has called us to be like Jesus, to show the image of Christ, especially for those who are not seen, such as this. You know, when a woman gets into prostitution, there's a tendency for her to not be seen all the more. In fact, she makes a choice to not tell her story even to her own family. And that is why I believe that encounters with people like those who serve in Samaritana are always a divine encounter.